Hey guys, it's Cameron here with Emerson House Buyers, Emerson Property Management. Every week, I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that have helped me build up a sizable portfolio in about 2 years, and now manage that portfolio. Today, I'm taking a question from Mr. Justin. This was on in response to one of our videos, if you haven't seen it, regarding subject to or seller financing paperwork. Howdy. Great video as always. Thank you, Justin. I have a couple subject to deals coming up. First ones ever. Congrats, man. It's great. 2 deals in the pipeline is fantastic. And this really helped. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Glad it helped you. In the scenario you described in the video, will the deed transfer from the seller to the buyer? Again, in that video that I mentioned, it's just talking about the seller financing documentation or the owner financing documentation when you go do one of those transactions, or you're going to sell one of those transactions. Is this a way to avoid the due on sale clause being triggered? I have been told to use a master lease stacked with a lease option agreement. Any advice will help. Again, this is from Justin. Justin, thank you for the question. It's a very, very, very good question. I can tell that you actually do have 2 deals in the pipeline. You want to put this together because this is an intelligent question. So, I don't know every single way to do an owner finance or a sub-to or a wrap or whatever you want to call it. I do know what has worked and what I've been advised to do. In the state of Texas, what I have done is use that TREC paperwork I mentioned earlier and in that other video, and I have always done it. It's called a wraparound deed or a wraparound mortgage with a lien. So once it's satisfied, then they will get the deed. Until then, it's still in my name. It does not protect you from that due on sale clause. You might be able to use lease options, lease agreements, sandwiches, whatever you want to call them. I have not done it. This has just been an easy way to do it. Everything's done through title. Some people are very hesitant to do lease options and lease agreements because the paperwork gets a little funny, or can, I guess. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know every single piece of paper, but the standard TREC contract for that is very simple, very straightforward to use, and everything, like I said, everything's done through title. The due on sale clause, you're not going to avoid it. The only thing you can avoid on a due on sale, I guess with a lease option you could, because technically you're not changing title or anything there, but I have had loans for wrapped or whatever for several years. It's coming up on 4 and 5 years, and not had any issues. That doesn't mean I won't have an issue, but as long as you're paying the mortgage, you usually have no issues at all. I have heard of maybe 2 or 3 instances, I can count them on one hand, of investors having the due on sale clause mentioned, and then out of those handful, contact the bank, have a discussion, and that's gone down to just a couple. It's a risk you have to be willing to take. If you don't like to take it, the odds are really, really low. If you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. You might want to look at lease options. I don't know those that well. Again, I've always been steered away from doing lease options because the paperwork gets blurry. Now, you might be able to find an awesome attorney. They might be able to help you out with that. But in short, I do not have the knowledge base on the lease options and master leases and what have you on that side. If you know all that and have some paperwork and some proved litigation with that would be interesting to see. But I know the TREC contract is solid because it's issued by the Texas Real Estate Commission. So they're saying this is the paperwork if you want to do a owner finance or seller financing in the state of Texas. I think that answers your question, Justin. If it does, let me know. If it doesn't, let me know. The due on sale clause is just something we're going to have to live with if we want to do sub-twos and wraps and assumptions. Again, let me know about the lease option stuff. I appreciate the question. It was a very great question. Congrats on 2 deals coming in the pipeline, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.